Hi, my name is Mila and I am a marketing major here at FAU. And today I'll be talking about why it's important to review your work after finishing a first draft. This is a part of the chapter called See It Again. Have you ever written a paper and you just wrote it in one take and you thought you were ready to submit? And then you reread it and you found a bunch of errors? Well, it's easy to think that you're done after completing the first draft, but that is rarely the case. Taking a second look is crucial because it helps catch mistakes and improves how clearly you communicate. Let me give you a relatable example. Have you ever received an email that rubbed you the wrong way? Well, I certainly have. Your first instinct might be to fire off a quick, angry response. But if you walk away for a moment and take a break and come back with a clearer mind, you're more likely to write a thoughtful, professional response that gets your point across effectively. This leads perfectly into the importance of taking a break. Research shows that stepping away from your work, even for a short time, helps you come back with fresh eyes. As Dr. Srini Pillai from Harvard Business Review points out, intense focus can wear out your brain. By taking a walk or just stepping away, you give your brain a reset, allowing you to be more objective and catch mistakes or improve your message. For example, have you ever read a lecture and you've been reading for about an hour, maybe even two, and your brain just cannot take any more information? And then you walk away or maybe even take a short nap. When you come back, your mind has rested, it is clear and ready to take on new information. Well, that's exactly what that is. And then finally, it is all about polishing. A final review ensures that your grammar, tone, and structure are professional. Techniques like reading your work out loud or using tools like Grammarly can help spot issues you might otherwise miss. Hey, you can even use one of your buddies' help. After all, four eyes are better than two. However, even the best tools aren't perfect, so a careful manual review is always key. So remember, taking that second look, giving yourself a break, and thoroughly polishing your work are all crucial steps in producing a professional final product. I really hope you learned something new. Bye!
Mars, and I'll be going over section 2 of the group chapter, which is chapter 6. Section 2 is going over the FOCUS acronym and the first two parts of the FOCUS acronym. When it comes to your message and your piece appealing to your audience, typically people think that that just comes natural to people, that they're naturally drawn to a piece. However, that's hardly the case. Our eyes and our brain are actually programmed to kind of not analyze the piece, but analyze the layout and design of a piece. And that's what grabs our attention and grabs us into the piece. The FOCUS acronym is actually the most helpful way to kind of look at your revision process and take a step outside your body and outside of your biased opinion at your piece, and kind of analyze and revise the product or analyze and revise the piece as you may. This chapter, chapter 6, actually shows you the correlation between reality and the revision process. When it comes to format, which is the first part of FOCUS, format is just, the bolding, the headlines, the graphics, all those good things when it comes to the layout of the piece, how it looks, the colors of the piece. And those are certain questions you can ask yourself. Is this piece appealing to the eye? Will this piece transfer over from document to document, from mobile device to iPad or tablet or whatnot? Is the color right? Is there color in certain spots that I like those colors at? And at first glance, is it appealing to my audience? A good example of this is me and my friend actually were leaving Walmart. We were deciding to leave Walmart. We wanted a better paying job. And we ultimately just, we made a couple resumes. We made a resume, but we decided to just, kind of go through with that, if you may. And ultimately it never worked. We were trying to figure out why it never worked, what was the difference, what was it not working. Ultimately we took a step back, and we kind of just looked at our resume and realized that the design of our resume was kind of bland, if you may. the word choice is kind of bland. It just looks kind of basic. It looked like a Google template, if you may. So after that, we kind of tweaked a little bit. We played around with the colors, played around with the designs and the layout, and ultimately we kind of decided on our final piece, and we submitted it to our to the jobs of our choice. We ultimately decided to work at the same job again, which is Bankers Life, and that's how we got this job, because our manager actually really liked our resume, if you may. So that just goes to show you that a good format and a good design on your resume or your piece or your writing, whatever it is, it actually does help a great abundance. And the O is organization, which leads us to the SMART acronym. And the main three that are in the organizational piece are story, main idea, and agenda. And those are all within the first paragraph. And I'd say those are the main three, because the other two will be introduced by Abby in a little bit. However, the story is just mainly, the attention grabber, the first sentence, the first hook. The main idea is the main idea of the paragraph, and the third idea or the agenda is the last sentence in the first paragraph, just kind of going over how that looks for you. And like I said, Abby will be going over the next two sections of the SMART acronym and finishing out the focus.
Hello everyone, my name is Abby Molinaro. I am a senior at Florida Atlantic University. I'm currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in business administration and management. I'm here today to talk to you about some important aspects of effective management communication from chapter 6 of our textbook. Let's start with sentence level revisions. Good grammar and punctuation are essential for clear and professional communication. For example, you need to make sure that your verbs are matching with your subjects. For instance, instead of saying the team are excited, it should be the team is excited. Also, using commas helps make sure your writing is much clearer. For instance, after the meeting, we reviewed the project uses a comma to separate the introductory phase from the rest of the sentence. Now let's move on to style and tone. Keeping a consistent tone makes your message more professional and cohesive. For example, if you're writing a formal report, you should use a more serious tone, whereas a casual email to your team can be more relaxed. A good way to maintain this consistency is by using a style manual. This helps to ensure that your tone matches the purpose of your communication. Imagine you're writing an email to your manager about a new project. If you use a formal tone, your email will be taken seriously, which is more important for a professional communication. But if you're writing a quick message to a colleague about a lunch meeting, a more casual tone would be appropriate. Finally, maintaining standardization is crucial. Consistent style and formatting makes your documents look more professional. Using templates and formatting guidelines ensures that everything is in uniform. For instance, using a checklist when revising your documents can help you catch any inconsistencies in grammar, punctuation, or formatting before you send something. In summary, focusing on sentence level revisions, keeping a consistent style and tone, and maintaining standardization are all important for effective management communication. Thank you for joining me today.